All right, Pops, we have a community member trying to buy a Toyota GR86 and running into a lot of difficulty. We have the text messages from an exchange with the salesperson at the Toyota dealership. I thought I'd read them out to you, and you could coach us a little bit on how you would recommend we respond in situations like these. How's that sound?
Sure.
All right, Dad, here we go. Hey, good afternoon. Did you think about it more? That's from the salesperson to our community member. Community member says, is this reflecting taxes at New Jersey rate of around 6.6%? Does that override PA sales tax? Is there absolutely any wiggle room to get the out-the-door price down another $600 by reducing the dock fee? What is that? And government fee down to $37,402. Now, the salesperson responds that government and dock fee are untouchable. Government fee and dock fee are for titling and registration to your state and also processing of paperwork. Trust me, there is no wiggle room. The price is so fair in your favor, it's unfair to us. Lol. So we've got a customer negotiating the out-the-door price, asking about fees. Salesperson responds in this way. What are you doing next?
Well, if I'm the customer, I'm asking, I think I would respond, I appreciate the fact that you see humor in this, but I'm trying my best to spend, I don't know, somewhere between $35,000 and $40,000 with you. And to me, that's a pretty serious expenditure. So can you give me a breakdown of all the fees showing the Pennsylvania sales tax, the Pennsylvania registration fees? And yes, I understand you're going to charge a dock fee because, well, every dealer does. And so I would ask the salesperson to do that.
All right. So our community member responded back, hey, Terrell, thank you for all your help in negotiating this car. I appreciate, this is my ad-libbing here. I appreciate the humanity and niceness of our community member, but I don't know if they're helping with negotiating. I'm going to wait it out a little longer and keep being patient. I'm sure it will sell quickly. However, I can't see myself paying so much more than I was quoted at a local dealership. Quoted at my local dealer. I'll continue to wait and reevaluate this model or the BRZ and other allocations that come up in the next several months. So, all right, Shane didn't necessarily take exactly your advice, but, you know, he's not saying, all right, fine, the price is the price, I'll just stick with it. He's saying, all right, I'm going to take my time.
No, I mean, he's saying, hey, you know, if this is your response, then I'm out of the market for the time being. That's what he said in a nice way. I would have asked a little more firmly for a total breakdown of all the numbers so I could see them. But, you know, I mean, hey, it's not a problem. Shane's saying, if this is the case, then I'm out of the market for the time being.
Pops, we are super excited. CarEdge Insurance. What is it? What do we need to know?
It's all your insurance needs in one place. Easy, simple, fast. Just give us some information. You get your quotes.
CarEdge.com/insurance. All right, so we've got our salesperson responding back. No problem. Please don't take this the wrong way. I love sentences that start with please don't take this the wrong way. But we checked inventory from all dealerships, including the one you have a deposit with. Everyone has had what you are looking for. The reason, this is quite the run-on sentence. Everyone has what you have been looking for. The reason you have been waiting almost a year isn't because nobody has gotten them, but because they are giving first dibs to whoever pays the most. If the cycle stays in place, it will have you on hold for another year. So salesperson's trying to turn up the temperature a little bit, say, you got to take this deal or else you're going to be waiting another year.
Yeah, the salesperson is saying, hey, guess what? They could have gotten you a car, but apparently you're not willing to pay them enough, so they're selling it to someone else. And I think my response to him would have been, hey, thanks for sharing that information with me about everybody's allocations. I'll be sure to contact my local dealer where I have my deposit and ask them exactly where I'm at on that list so I know how much longer I'd have to wait.
Now, Shane replied back saying, I mean, if that's the price, that's the price. I'm not interested. And we've got from our salesperson, just called and spoke with my general manager and finance manager. Unfortunately, we have to stay firm there. We have and should be selling it for a couple thousand more based off the market for GR86s. But you are referred, and we are grateful for that. We are giving you a great deal. We have checked in a 500-mile radius with all Toyotas because we have the access to do so. There was only one available for exactly what you want, and it's ours. To which Shane says, okay, thanks. I'll look at the numbers again. tomorrow. So, Dad, in a situation like this, salesperson's trying to turn the temperature up on you, saying, hey, commit to the number. You just have to keep deflecting and stick to your guns?
You can't just take the position, well, I'm sticking to my guns without trying to justify why you're sticking to your guns. And, do they have the ability to check the factory system to see what vehicles have been allocated and to who and when they should be or where they are in the pipeline? Yeah, they do. They can check that out because that's how they would do dealer trades. But I appreciate the fact that the salesperson's trying to paint the picture that this is truly a very limited opportunity for you, and do you really want to pass on that opportunity? And Shane, the customer, needs to justify his position and take some of that information that salesperson's sharing with him, and then speak to the dealership where he has his deposit and see where he's at in the process with that dealership.
Yeah, some things have never changed. Like the game here, if you're the customer, to get the best, most fair deal possible is to contact multiple dealerships and have them work off of one another. And that's exactly what Shane's doing, much to the dismay of Terrell, the salesperson. And I think there's an important lesson here, Dad. You're going to have salespeople that are, what are they doing? They're ABCing. They're always be closing. I mean, they're trying
always be closing.
Yeah, they're trying to sell cars. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And so you have to be comfortable. And I think Shane did a pretty good job of saying politely, hey, I'm disinterested. I'm out of the market at this price. And here's why, because I'm going to work with another dealership. And what's really powerful here is once you start getting out the door price quotes from those dealerships, you can then share them. It's information. Share them. Hey, here's the deal I have. Do you want to match it? Do you want to beat it? And then do it with your local dealership. Because you've told me stories about this all the time, Dad. When you were in the business, you'd much rather have a local customer come to you rather than have them lose them to a competitor.
Oh, absolutely. And let's face it, the salesperson was doing the same thing, sharing information. So the whole idea in sales is to share information till you can come to some common ground in that information that's being shared. So yeah, absolutely. Shane should share and the salesperson should share and shouldn't be afraid to share. And yeah, I mean, a good salesperson, whether it's in person, in email, in text, or on the phone, is always trying to close the deal. I mean, they're trying to get some type of commitment to get, will you commit to these numbers? That's what you have to do. That's a salesperson's job.